This is the bracing progression I give most of the people I work with. Which progression is right for you is going to depend on how successful you can be with the reps. So if you start with progression 1 and you can successfully complete all the reps for a given day, then move on to progression number 2, and so on and so forth. If you find that you struggle with progression number 2 once you've moved on to it, take a step back, do progression number 1, get a little better at it, be able to own that movement for several sets and maybe even a couple of days, and then move back on to progression number 2. So in your program, it may just say bracing. What that means is whichever part of the progression that you're on. It's specifically not specific, so that you can adjust to where you are, as opposed to starting someone out on progression number 1 in the first week and just arbitrarily moving them on to progression number 2 in the second week. If you need more weeks to own progression number 1, then do that. Take the time and get really, really good at it before you progress on to number 2. So, the first progression for the bracing exercise, for all of these, you're going to need a band. Doesn't matter if it has handles, doesn't matter what it is, just needs to be stretchy. Doesn't really even need to be stretchy. If you're doing these at home, you can use a towel. It just needs to be something you can lay under your back. You want to make sure it's under your back and not under your hips. So what the band is for is it's just my feedback mechanism. I'm going to pressurize my abdomen, crush the band flat to the floor, and then pull. The band not moving tells me that my back is actually flat on the floor. From there, the first progression, I'm going to extend one leg out, bring it back to home, extend the other leg all the way out, bring it back to home. Band didn't move, that means I'm doing well. And I can still breathe. Now, if at any point the band pops out from under my back, that means my back isn't flat and I'm not doing this exercise well, and I'm not getting the benefit of learning to brace my core. So I'm going to reset, crush the band, pull, and start again. Progression number 2 is I'm going to tense my abdomen, pull the band, extend one leg out, and extend the other leg out, and walk each back. Again, if at any point the band pops out from under my back, I need to reassess what progression I should be on. Now the third progression, the final progression, is I'm going to pull the band and I'm going to extend both legs out at the same time. Going all the way flat to the floor, moving both feet at the same time, as opposed to, and all the while keeping the band crushed, and I can still maintain my breath. So that's the band progression. Be honest with yourself as to where you should be in the progression. If the band's moving, it doesn't have to pop all the way out. If it's sliding, you need to reset, maybe take a step back, spend some more time on the previous progression.